أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي ربي يسر ولا تعسر وتمم بالخير آمين يا رب العالمين.
Our learning objectives for the current lecture will include the study of the third characteristic of ism, which is the capacity of the ism, which is also called wusat. Within the capacity of ism, we will study whether an ism is definite or indefinite. And finally, we will study the different types of definite ism. In order for us to fully understand an ism and for us to be able to use that ism in a sentence, we need to know four characteristics about that ism. The first characteristic that we studied was the gender of the ism. From the standpoint of gender, an ism can either be masculine or feminine. The second characteristic that we studied was the number of ism or adad. From the standpoint of number, an ism can be singular or wahid, dual or musanna, plural or jama. Here we will study the third characteristic of ism, which is the capacity of ism, also called wusat. From the standpoint of capacity of ism or the wusat of ism, every ism will be used for someone or something that is either indefinite, meaning that the ism is referring to someone or something that is non-specific, or an ism can be definite, meaning that the ism is referring to someone or something that is specific. Let us look at some examples. An example of an indefinite ism can be a car, meaning that we are referring to any car, not any specific car. The definite examples will be my car, his car, this car, that car. In these examples, we are talking about a specific car, not just any car. Another example, a book or a rule. Here, we are talking about any book or any rule. We are not referring to any book or rule that is specific. The definite examples will be the book, meaning that we are talking about a specific book, or the rule. A boy can be any boy. But when we look at the name Zad, we are referring to a particular boy named Zad. A girl can be any girl. Maryam is an example of a specific girl named Maryam. A city can be any city, but an example of a definite city will be Mecca, where we are referring to a particular city named Mecca. To summarize, from the standpoint of capacity, an ism can either be definite ism or an ism can be indefinite ism. The Arabic terminology for definite ism is marifa ism, and the terminology for indefinite ism is nakira ism. Indefinite ism or nakira ism is much more broader in scope as compared to definite ism or marifa ism. So marifa ism or definite ism will be smaller in scope. The scope of indefinite ism or nakira ism is much larger. Therefore, in our study of capacity of ism, it makes more sense to focus on the study of definite ism. In Arabic, every ism will be considered indefinite or nakira unless it is proven to be definite or marifa. So we will focus our study on that of definite ism, And if an ism doesn't fall into the criteria for definite ism, we will call it indefinite ism. There are a total of 7 types of definite or Marifa ism. We will start with a study of the types of definite ism or Marifa ism. At this time, we will only study the first 5 types of definite ism. The remaining 2 types will be studied in the later sections of this series, inshallah. The first type of definite ism or Marifa ism is called ism alam. The word alam literally means a flag or sign. This category of definite ism will include names of particular people, particular places, or particular things. To simplify, this group includes proper nouns. By definition, proper nouns include the names of particular people, particular places, or particular things. For example, Zaid is the name of a particular person. Maryam is also the name of a particular person. Mecca is the name of a particular city. These type of asma are the easiest to identify as examples of definite asma or marifa asma. The second type of ism that will be included in definite ism or marifa ism category is called ism zamir. Ism zamir also means pronoun. A pronoun is a word that is used instead of a noun. Examples of pronouns: if I am referring to myself, I will use the pronouns I or me. If I am referring directly to someone, I will use the pronouns you, your, or yours. And if I am discussing a third person, I will use the pronouns he, his, or him. We will inshallah be discussing pronouns in much more detail in the later sections. Over here, we are just introducing pronouns as an example of them being included in the category of definite ism or marifa ism. Some examples from Arabic. Ana refers to I. Anta refers to you. Huwa refers to he. The third type of ism that is included in the category of definite ism or marifa ism is called ism ishara or demonstrative pronoun. A demonstrative pronoun is used to point or refer towards a person or a thing. Examples of demonstrative pronouns: if I'm referring to someone or something that is nearby, I will use the word this. For example, this car or this tree. The Arabic word for this is haza. In contrast, if I am referring to someone or something that is far away or at a distance, I will use the word that. For example, that tree, that car, that boy. The word for that in Arabic is zalika. If we pay attention, this or that are used for people or things that are specific. For example, this book rather than a book, or that car rather than a car. That is why demonstrative pronouns are included in the category of definite asma or marifa asma. The fourth type of definite ism or marifa ism is relative pronoun. Relative pronoun is also called ism mausul in Arabic. A relative pronoun will play the role of both a pronoun and the role of a conjunction. Conjunctions are words that link words, phrases, or clauses together. Let us look at some examples so we can understand this better.
Here we have two statements. This is the student. The student always comes to class on time. We will try to use a relative pronoun and see if we can join these two statements together. A better way of stating these two will be to say, this is the student who always comes to class on time. The word who plays the role of the relative pronoun. On one hand, it acts as a pronoun and is used instead of this student, so that we don't have to say this student over and over again. And on the second hand, it also acts as a conjunction, meaning that it is used to join these two statements together. Another example will be, the team won the match. The team trained hard. Again, we are using the team over and over again. A better way to say this will be, the team that won the match trained hard. That is playing the role of the relative pronoun. That replaces the team, and that is also joining these two statements together. Ism Mausul or relative pronouns are abundantly used in the Quran. Examples are the word allazi, which means who or which, or allazina, which means those who. We will look at some examples from the Holy Quran. In the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Surah 7, Ayah 54, your guardian Lord is Allah, who created the heavens and the earth. In this ayah, the word who is playing the role of the relative pronoun. Who is being used as a pronoun for Allah, and who is also connecting these two statements together. In the Arabic text of the ayah, the word allazi is used for who. Another example is from Surah Al-Asr. In the last verse, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, إِلَّا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ وَتَوَاصَوْا بِالْحَقِّ وَتَوَاصَوْا بِالصَّبْرِ. Except those who believed and did righteous deeds and advised each other for truth and advised each other for patience. Those who plays the role of the relative pronoun, and the word allazina refers to those who in this ayah. Here we will study the fifth type of definite ism or ism marfa. For this, we need to start the study of this lam with the sukoon on it. This lam is very important because it is used to convert indefinite ism into definite ism, or it is used to convert nakra ism into marfa ism. So let us see how this conversion happens. How do we convert a nakra ism into a marfa ism, or how do we convert an indefinite ism into a definite ism? We will take the example of the word kitab. Kitab means a book, and a book is an example of an indefinite ism or nakra ism. So we need to convert kitab into its definite form. In order for us to convert kitab into its definite form, we will take kitab and we will add this lam with the sukoon on it to kitab. Using this, we will get this result. We will have the lam with the sukoon at the start and then the word kitab. By definition, this means the book. But this word is very difficult to pronounce because at the start we have a letter or we have an alphabet with a sukoon on it. So no matter how much we try, at the most we can say something like kitab, but it is still very difficult to pronounce. So how do we make the pronunciation of such words easy? We will take both kitab and the lam with a sukoon on it, and we will get the help of another alphabet, which is Hamza. If you recall from the first lecture, this is not alif, this is hamza because it has the zabar on it. So using this hamza, we can now put all of these three together and make the word al-kitab. Al-kitab is much more easier to pronounce. Al-kitab is the definite ism version. It is the marfa ism version of kitab. Kitab is the indefinite version. Al-kitab is the definite version, which means the book, meaning that we're talking about a specific book. It is important for us to learn certain terminologies here. This lam that we talked about in the beginning is called lamut tarif. That's the name for this particular lam. The hamza that is brought in the beginning of this word so that we can pronounce it as al-kitab is not an ordinary hamza. This is called hamzatul wasl. It is important for us to know these terminologies because these will be used in the later sections, inshallah. And finally, the word al-kitab, which is the final product, is called mu'arraf bil lam. Mu'arraf bil lam in simple terms mean an ism that is made marfa or definite using lamut tarif, or this lam with the sukoon on it. To recap, there is a way for us to convert an indefinite ism into definite ism, and we can do that using lamut tarif, which is the lam with the sukoon on it. If we take the word kitab and we add lam with the sukoon on it to kitab, we will get with a word which we cannot pronounce, or it will be difficult for us to pronounce. And for us to be able to easily pronounce it, we will need the help of a hamza, which is called hamzatul wasl. So hamzatul wasl plus lamut tarif plus the indefinite ism equals the definite marfa ism, in this case the word al-kitab, which is also known as mu'arraf bil lam. Here we will study examples of indefinite and definite asma. The first word that we have is kitab, which means book. Kitab is an example of an indefinite ism or nakra ism. Why is kitab an indefinite ism? Because it does not fit into any of the criteria for marfa ism or definite ism that we have studied today. Kitab is not a name. Kitab is not a personal pronoun. Kitab is not a demonstrative pronoun. Kitab is not a relative pronoun. And kitab does not have al at the beginning. So we conclude that kitab is an indefinite ism. The next word is talib, which means student. Just like kitab, talib is also an indefinite ism or nakra ism. The word nabi means prophet. Nabi is also nakra ism or an indefinite ism. The word rasul means messenger. And the word rasul is also a nakra ism or an indefinite ism. All of these words are examples of nakra or indefinite asma because they do not fit our criteria for them to be definite or marfa. The next word that we have is hiya, which means she. Hiya is an example of a personal pronoun. And we know that zamair or pronouns are considered marfa. So the word hiya is an example of a definite ism. The word ulaika is used abundantly in the Quran. Ulaika means those, and those is used as a demonstrative pronoun. And we know that demonstrative pronouns are included in definite asma. Therefore, the word ulaika is an example of a definite ism or marfa ism. To summarize from the standpoint of capacity of ism or wusat of ism, an ism can either be a definite ism or an ism can be an indefinite ism. Definite ism is called marfa ism. Indefinite ism is called nakrah ism. Indefinite asma are much more broader in scope as compared to definite asma. So when we are studying capacity of ism or wusat of ism, our focus will be on the study of definite asma or marfa asma. And if an ism does not meet criteria for it to be a definite ism or a marfa ism, we will assume that it is an indefinite ism. For definite asma, there are a total of 7 different types that we need to study. At this time, we only need to study 5 out of those 7 different types of definite asma or marfa asma. In our study of definite asma or marfa asma, we studied 5 different types of definite asma. The first group that we studied was that of ism alam or proper nouns. This category includes names of particular people, places, and things. The second group is that of pronouns or ism zamir. These primarily include the personal pronouns, for example, the word ana, which is used for I, anta, which is used for you, huwa, which is used for he. The third group is that of ism ishara or demonstrative pronouns. These are used to point or refer towards someone or something. For example, haza, which means this, and zalika, which means that. The fourth group included relative pronouns. Relative pronoun is an example of an ism that plays the role of the pronoun as well as conjunction. For example, allazi, which stands for who or which, and allazina, which means those who. And the fifth group includes that of lamut tarif, which is used to convert an indefinite ism into a definite ism. For example, converting the word kitab, which is indefinite, into al-kitab, which is a definite ism.
سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك.